All right, you guys, welcome to our weekly team call. Look at Miranda on the porch over there. I love it. So tonight's call, I'm actually so excited about. I think that we could do like a 5-hour call on this. That sounds really funny to say that out loud, but I think that it's just something that I know as a new coach I really struggled with, is talking about coaching on social media. Talking about coaching just even with friends. Like, I don't know how many of you guys, for me, I built my business all online, a little bit in person, but a lot of it's online. People, follow that kind of thing and they're inspired, and didn't always start that way. So what I want to do tonight is I want to walk you guys through how to talk about coaching on social media. I think we get really stumped with what that looks like because we're maybe day one as a coach, or maybe we're 2 months, 1 month, 3 months, a year. We don't have a huge story to share. So we feel like we have nothing to add on social media. So I actually have this huge list to share with you guys out loud, and a little bit of homework on this call, as I think it'll be so beneficial for you guys to really think outside the box, as every single one of you guys on the call have something that you can share about coaching. So I want to talk a little bit about when we did the Diamond Retreat. It was so great. The girls that were here got to go to Super Saturday. It's a quarterly event. All of you guys have it. Make sure you show up to them. The next one is in 3 months. Put the time aside. It's only 2 hours. Go. It is so, so crucial to make it happen. But one of the really cool things is we had, you guys ready for this? And I might get the numbers slightly wrong, but I think it was, we had the number 7 coach in the industry. She's only been a coach for I think it was 7 or 8 months, right? Number 7 coach out of over, 500,000 coaches in the industry. And she talked about this moment in coaching that changed everything for her. And so I'm actually going to tell you guys this story, super small, and then walk you guys through some other stories. And then we're going to talk about this, because I think that we become our worst enemy with this blockage of I have nothing to share on coaching. I'm not helping somebody, or I'm only helping 1 or 2 people, or, I only have my products paid for, or I don't have a huge financial story, when all of those are just your decision not to share. Okay. So when we went to Super Saturday, this coach, she talked about the moment that she had to buy a $65 bag of dog food for her dog, and she couldn't afford it. And she was pretty pissed off the fact that, she's got this dog, this large bag of dog food that's $65, and she had to buy the $24 bag of dog food in between payday because she couldn't quite afford the $65 bag. So her coaching money paid for the $24 bag of dog food, and she made it a goal that she's like, this is bullcrap. I'm going to make sure and pay for that $65, because obviously we know buying a smaller bag is this isn't about the dog food, but it is kind of, buying the smaller bag is more expensive than buying the larger. And so you're going to get more value, and it's and then also go to the store and you're like, man, I want to be able to get this and I can't? Who tells me I can't do that? Well, your financials tell you can't do that, right? So she bought the $24 bag of dog food. And then the day that she was able to buy that $65 bag of dog food for her dog, she shouted it out all over social media. And she's like, I freaking did this. Changing lives. $65, you guys. $65. I did this. And then, picture of her dog. And she's like, I bought this with helping other people. How crazy is that? So I think we don't really think about it sometimes, about what, maybe you made a $20 check and you were able to go get your nails done, or whatever it might be. So I wrote a list of some things that many coaches have shared, including, these are a lot of my stories as well, but also yours that you've come to me. And so I'm going to share them out loud, right? So you guys can kind of hear these I'm going to refer to it as a dog food story, right? So that you guys know what I'm talking about, because we all have a dog food story. Even if it's day 1, you're literally a coach and you haven't even helped a single person. I have a story that you will be able to share on social media. Okay. It says, let's see, products paid for was actually my very first dog food story. That was my very first goal as a coach, is I'm like, all right, this $97 bag of Shakeology, I want this paid for. And do you guys know what I did? You bet without my coach telling me to, I went on social media and I shouted off to the world and I'm like, yeah, I didn't pay for this. I actually did this. This actually is free every single month. It gets people asking questions by helping a few people on their journey through social media. My meal every day with all my vitamins, I no longer have to pay for this. All because I decided to share my journey, right? That was my first story. That's most of our first stories. That's my very first goal. I know a lot of your guys' first goals. Let me see. I'm going to share multiple wins. One of my very first goals as well was inspire one person. Has nothing to do with income, but man, if I could share my journey, inspire one person, it was worth me getting uncomfortable on social media. This is my second dog food story. So, and I've shared this with many of you guys, but after we had lost everything, I instantly got 2 jobs. And one of them was being a Group X instructor. I had to get certified, all those things. And I'd never been in the fitness industry before in my entire life. And I started teaching a bunch of classes, and we had just lost it all. My shoes were a year old. And if you guys know, a year-old shoes, teaching a lot of classes, your feet start hurting at the end of the day. And I went to my husband and I said, and this will tell you how long ago this was, because this was 7 years ago. I wanted those really fun, colorful ASIC shoes, like the really literally it throws up like neon colors all over it, and they were $80. $80. Y'all, those are $150 now. And I went to my husband, I said, babe, I really want these shoes, and my feet are hurting, I'm teaching all these classes. He goes, you have to wait a couple months for that, babe. You don't have the money for that. I'm like, it's $80, babe. It's $80. And he's like, sorry, you can't buy shoes right now. You've got shoes on your feet, you're good. I was pretty pissed off. I don't know about any of you guys, but that, on that moment, when I could normally go and buy a pair of shoes and I couldn't, I knew a lot of people could relate to that. So my second dog food story was literally, I went and bought that damn pair of shoes myself. And you bet the very first time that I did, that moment, I went on social media and I was like, I bought these. My little side hustle job of helping other people, inspiring others, all because I decided to ask more about this coaching thing. And that was my second moment, okay? I'm gonna read a lot of your guys's, okay? So this week we had somebody say that they bought their daughter a prom dress. Another coach in the group this week said, I bought groceries and I completely buy groceries every single week for my family. Another one of you guys this week said that you got your nails done and you didn't have to ask your husband and you paid for that yourself. Another one of you guys said that you bought workout clothes, a pair of pants. And that right there, right? One of you guys just said daycare, paid for daycare, gas in the car. Do you know, I have the same story as my upline coach. After we had lost everything, this is actually insane, and it makes me just so angry still to this day. We had moved to Texas, and that was the inflation of gas prices. I live in Texas. I'm like, there's like an oil field on every corner. Why is the gas $7 a gallon? I was so pissed. I was like, I can go get out of my ground right there. Why are you charging me this? And I remember when I had to put $10 in my gas tank because I couldn't fill the entire gas tank up. And the moment that I could fill my entire gas tank up, you bet I shared that on social media. I said, I did this with my own money. And I don't have to worry about the bank account being negative or whatever. You don't have to say that, right? But I shared that moment, you guys. And I know my upline has done the exact same moment. Many of you guys have messaged me and told me you paid for vacations. That you literally joined as a Beachbody coach to pay for a vacation. Many of you guys actually only joined the business so that you could make a couple extra $1,000 per year to pay for a family vacation. That's awesome. That is insane. All because you want to get in shape and help a few people, right? I bought, and I know many of you guys have bought electronics, I bought my computer. So my very first computer to start this business, I didn't have one. I sold a table for $350 and I bought my very first computer and it sucked so bad because a computer that's $350, right? It wasn't very great, but it worked. And then 2 years into the business, I paid cash for my Apple computer, the one I still have and I still use to this day, okay? Another one was one of you guys said, Kendra, one of our coaches, said she bought a workout room and workout equipment. Another coach, Ashley, said that she bought a couch for her living room. Many of you guys have talked about karate and gymnastics, that you pay for that through coaching. Many of you guys have talked about preschool. This was my literally after my shoes. So after I got my products paid for, after I bought the $80 pair of shoes, my next, because here's the thing, you guys, you need to write down your dog food posts. You need to write down what it is that you want next. You want your products paid for? Write it down. Make it happen. Go share it. What's your next one? I wanted those damn shoes so that my feet didn't hurt. My third one, and I just posted on Instagram before we jumped on here. Oh my God, y'all need to go watch the video of my little daughter. Holy cow, I still, like, to this day, it like chokes me up watching that video. Because when I videoed that, her singing in the bathroom, Hannah Montana with her guitar, and she's like tearing it up, she was pissed because we couldn't allow her to go to preschool. Because it's $400 a month. Like, that's like, we need groceries and milk in the fridge. So I couldn't afford preschool. So my third dog food moment was, Mom will send you to preschool. It's $400 a month, and I'm going to make that happen. So I think what we do as coaches is we sit there and we look at these top coaches, or you look at somebody like myself. I don't consider myself a top coach in any way, shape, or form, but I've been doing this 7 years. I make a lot of money doing what I do. I'm 7 years into it, but it started with these little moments. I need shoes. I want products paid for. I want to look at my little girl and say, yes, you can go to that birthday party this weekend, and here's $20 for a gift. It started with these little moments. So when coaches come to me and they tell me that they have nothing to offer as a brand new coach, or a few months in, or a year, I literally am, and apologize for saying it, but I say bullshit. You are your only roadblock in this business, right? There's so many things. And so here, do me a favor really quick, you guys, while we're on. Type in your dog food moment on the side. Type what you've done. I want to see all of them, okay? All of them. Type them in now. Type what you've done, and then if you haven't done it, I want everybody to share this, because it's this moment, you guys. Like, if any of you guys want a manicure, a pedicure, or flip-flops, I mean, like, the moment I didn't have to ask my husband to buy that pair of ASIC shoes, I was like, did I just do that? And all I did was sell one challenge pack. I only helped one person by doing that after I got my products paid for. Are you kidding me? I helped one person, and I was able to buy a pair of shoes so my feet don't hurt, right? Kimberly says, I bought a pair of Tory Burke sandals with your Beachbody money. Miranda says, daycare. Megan says, my computer is my next plan. I love it. Student loans, Miranda says, and vacations to Myrtle Beach. Kendra says, bought a prom dress. Let's see. Oh, you guys are typing so quick. I love it. Bought a prom dress. Took my husband to, and take your husband to Hawaii. Kimberly said, let's see. iPhone said products paid for. Bought my daughter Vans shoes, and those are not cheap. Oh my God. Like, I had kids when I was growing up. They were $24. What happened to $24 shoes, right? Let's see. And I had to buy those by myself. My mama wouldn't buy those. Piano furniture. Your computer, dance, karate, summer camp for kids. Jade wrote all of that. Jennifer, be able to produce for working 3 jobs to 2 jobs. See, went from 3 to, that's how I started. I went from 3 jobs to all of a sudden I made it 2, to all of a sudden I made it 1, to all of a sudden I was able to make it full time, because I saw that I could do this, right? Paying for nursing tuition. Oh my gosh, Jeanette, I love it. Laura says products paid for and gas. iPhone says I paid for college with a month. I hustled hard. You guys, this is stupid amazing. Why are we not sharing this on social media? Oh my God, this is insane. Was able to pay utility bills, being home with a newborn in 2016. Meg says products paid for, wedding supplies, paid off a credit card, and built a savings again after buying a home. We should be live talking about this. This is stupid. Are you guys not freaking out? But yet we say that we have nothing to share on social media about coaching. So the second half of this call, I'm going to talk about how to do this. But I wanted you guys to see, and Karen says, I can't see the hat at all, so I hope that comes through. Products paid for, right? I think that we just think that we've got to make 6 figures or, $40,000 in income. Can I tell you guys, when I did this, I was, bought the shoes, had the products paid for, sent my daughter to preschool for $400. Do you know that first year in coaching, I made $11,000? okay? Nothing crazy, but that was damn good for a side hustle, having 2 other jobs. And when I decided to take this business serious and start talking about coaching on social media, started talking about my dog food moments in between Thor, the kids, the wine, the workout posts, the inspiring, the transformations, the hot mess me, the laundry, I was able to quit the 2 other jobs I had. And I went from, now I'm just sharing my story, okay? Because of me sharing about coaching and building a team, I was able to go from $11,000 a year my first year to 40 grand overnight in my second year as coaching. Still having no clue what I'm doing. But you know what? I saw my upline talking about coaching on social media and I copied what she did. Not her post, but I was like, well, if she's gonna talk about coaching, I better too. And I'm gonna find my dog food moments. And I still to this day, just it gives me butterflies that I bought those ASICs on my own. I always had to ask my husband for money. I always had to say, hey babe, can I? I don't have to ask him for nothing now. If I wanna do it, I'm gonna freaking do it. And you know, there's a lot of moms out there that would love just $200-300 extra a month to be able to say, I didn't have to ask my husband if I wanted to go get my Botox this month, right? I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. And I think that when we sit there and we go, take away the larger 50, 60, 100 grand, screw that, you guys. It really starts with these dog food moments, right? Jeanette said, matching my current income so that I can quit my job and focus full-time on the nursing. Yes. Amy said, driving, want all products paid for. Let's see, says now new goal is hoping to pay for Maddie's preschool $1,000 a month in Miami. How crazy is that, right? And I thought $400 a month I was pissed about. Damn, girl, you can do it. You can make it happen. Absolutely, without question. So I wanted to share this. I want to share one other thing, and then I want to talk about how to talk about coaching on social media, and then I want to open up to questions. Because you guys, I will tell you this. You do not have to know what you're doing to be able to talk about coaching. You do not have to be a coach for any length of time. You do not have to have this huge story. Obviously, as you've just seen, I mean, gas in my car, the moment I was able to actually fill up my entire tank, because back then, it sounds so crazy now. I mean, it was like $70 to fill up my car. You guys, that was stupid. Now, like, it wouldn't have been that much, but the gas inflation was stupid then, right? But maybe it's $40 and I was putting $10 at a time. So we all have this story. So as a brand new coach, maybe you're a week or 2 in and you're like, I've only signed 1 coach, or I've only done 1 thing. Well, first of all, let's talk about this. If you sell a challenge pack, your commission is 50, 60, 70 bucks. Your product's almost paid for by 1 person that you're helping. Okay, 1 person. The other thing is, I will tell you this, it is so cool to see coaches come in our life-changing groups, in our team. So I'm going to share another aspect. So let's say you don't have anything yet, and they will send me messages and say, wow, I feel so welcome and so complete by just joining your team on day 1, and I haven't even got started yet. So even if you are a coach on day 1, you have a story to share. A family let you in that you are allowed to share on, you should be sharing on social media. I talk about coaching on social media every single day. And it's not join me, come and make money with me. No, it's sharing the blessings through the leap of faith that I took. Okay. So what I'm going to do with you guys, and I think it's going to be so much fun. It will take a little bit of time, but I think that it will be a huge eye-opening experience for you guys. And I want all of us to do this. I already have this done. So I will be sharing mine tomorrow. So I want you guys to be working on this, but write this down. What I want each of you guys to do is I want you to write down the 30 blessings, 30 blessings that have happened in your life by taking the leap of faith and becoming a coach. Because you guys, Beachbody doesn't change lives. Their programs and Shake work. Coaches change lives. How many people have bought P90X or Insanity and it's still sitting on the box on their damn shelf? You know why? Coaches change lives, not Beachbody. Beachbody has given us a platform to be able to change lives. You change lives. And you are the only person standing in between you building a team and not building a team. Okay. I did retail for a long time, you guys. I want to share something really quick and then we're going to dive in. I'm going to talk about my blessings and then I want you guys to ask questions. So when I was a brand new coach, I did obviously pay for Taylor to go to preschool, which was honestly like the craziest, most amazing thing when I could look my daughter in the face and say, Mommy's sending you to preschool. To this day, it makes me sick and it literally makes me cry and pisses me off and makes me happy that I was able to do that because I decided to share my journey and not make it about Rhonda being selfish on social media. I decided to invite others to join me. So I want to share with you guys that this coaching thing, you don't need to know how to run a challenge group. You don't need to know how to run a sneak peek. You don't have to run a team page. We do all of that for you. So realistically, if you think about it, the only thing that you're actually doing is getting uncomfortable for a second and inviting. Can I share another thing with you guys? The very first time you invite, second, third, fourth, the fifth, the 20th, you may get nothing. But your consistency of inviting will pay off. Can I tell you guys that what you do now today, so say let's get off, you guys know Monday night is one of the best nights. We've shared this before, but Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday nights are one of the best 3 nights to invite to something on social media. Why? Sunday night, they're pretty pissed off about how they ate over the weekend and they didn't work out and they ate all the jelly beans, they ate all the Cadbury eggs, and then there you come up with, hey, I had wine and chocolate too and I still look like this. You want to join me? And then Monday night, they went to work that day. And then you do a coaching post and they're like, oh my God, Rhonda keeps talking about this damn, now she's doing this. And man, I had to go to, and I'd get my kid out of daycare. And then the kids were screaming and I'm driving from place to place and she's sitting at home working. Right? And then Thursday night is before the chaos of the weekend. People are starting thinking about that, right? So there's a strategic reason why those things work. Okay? But here's what I need you to know. And I need you to get this so hard in your brain. Like I literally, like it pissed me off in the beginning of coaching and I couldn't figure out why this wasn't working. What you do today on social media will not pay forward for the next 2 to 3 months. Did you hear that? What you do today will not benefit you for 2 to 3 months. You're like, well, then why would I do it? Do you want me to tell you why you're going to do it? Because you know people are watching and they're waiting for you to fail. They're waiting to see you not talk about it. They're waiting to see if you're actually going to really do this. They're waiting to see if you're actually going to invite them to do what you're doing because you look so freaking hot. And they're like, how are you doing this? And I don't even know if I can do what she does because she's never invited me. And then they see the 4th, the 5th. What is it, you guys? Can one of you guys type on the side? My brain is kind of fried. I think it's like 31 times somebody has to see it on social media before they ask you about it. 17 times, I believe it's in person. With that being said, I'm like, well, I'm just going to run with it. But I will tell you this. You will hear this time and time again. And once you understand this, it will take literally 30, 60, 90 days for somebody to ask you, hey, keep seeing you post about this coaching thing. I think I'm ready to learn more. I had one come through just this evening. And I know we've done this before, so I'm not going to ask you to do this right now, but I know we've done a raise of hands of how long you followed your upline coach, and many of you guys, it's 2 and 3 and 4 years. It's kind of crazy. I have very few people that it was 6 months or less. Do you know why? They're waiting for you to fail. They're waiting to see if this is the real deal. There's a lot of companies out there doing what we're doing. We are so different. They want to see if you are going to stay the course. So when you do this invite on social media and you get nothing, who cares? Remember, 31 times you have to post it before anybody says anything. But think about this. Start throwing these in the midst of the other things you're doing. So if you look at my posts, obviously it's not just constantly, inviting to it, but I am talking about it. And I'm planting seeds about it every day. And so this is what I want to work with you guys with tonight. And I want to talk to you how this works. So I was challenged many years ago to write down 30 blessings that being a Beachbody coach has done for me since the day that I became a coach. And I want to share with you guys, in the beginning of writing this, I was like, I got like 5, I got like 10. Like, I don't know if I have 30. Then I started writing. And you know what's interesting is most of the blessings had nothing to do with income. Most of them didn't. Had to be the freedom of my soul. I actually kind of liked the person I become. I had women that would cheer me on and not tell me to eat 7 more pieces of cake and shut up because I'm posting on social media. You already look fit already, girl. Just shut up and eat the 8th piece, right? I can't tell you how many times I've sat at lunch with girls and they're like, oh, whatever. Just eat another taco, Rhonda. You're skinny enough. I'm like, what? It's not the point. So start writing down these blessings. And so what I do each day, you guys, as I started writing down, you know, these humans I'm surrounded around, these people that don't judge me, these people that like me for who I am, the person I become through this, you know, yes, I've been able to, you know, buy groceries or have my products paid for. Those are really great, right? I wake up every single day excited. Every day I can't wait to check in the groups and see how everybody's. I started writing all this stuff down. I was like, oh my God, coaching has given me all of this. So every day I would look at my 30 blessings and I would keep it on my computer. And I would say something in my stories or my post that day that I was already going to do that talked about one blessing from being a Beachbody coach. Oh my gosh, I did not want to get up today. The kids were screaming. They were pissing me off and this is mine. And that, oh my God, 11 and 13 kill me already, right? And I'm like, oh my God, thank God I get to jump on my virtual Bible study today and I can hand it all over to the Lord while we're skipping, you know, and holding each other accountable, right? Like somehow I'm bringing something back to what I do. Well, wait a minute, you do, I get every time I do the virtual Bible study, people go, how do I join that? Every single day, I say something about coaching through a blessing. And I might even have a hashtag that says, why not you? Join me, ask to learn more. This is one that I actually do quite a bit. And I did tonight in my post that I did. You guys can look at my Instagram post that I did to invite to coaching yesterday and today. And then I won't do one for a while, like a post, right? But one of the things I did is I talked about like something to the fact that I see you watching me. I know you have questions. I know you've wanted to ask, but you're like totally like scared or not sure how to. It's okay. Send me a DM, you know, drop me an emoji, you know, send me a message, swipe up on the link, whatever. People, sometimes you guys are just like, I want to ask, but I'm scared. They don't know what it looks like. And so I talked about this free group that we're running tomorrow. I talked about, hey, just come and check it out. No strings attached. And I'm going to say it again tomorrow. I'm going to invite, even though we start tomorrow on the sneak peek, you guys, I'm still going to invite tomorrow. Still going to invite Wednesday. Because we'll have the group open all week. Okay. But what I want people to know is there's no pressure. Check it out. If you're not already a coach, click the link and join, or send me your favorite emoji, because I know you guys don't all have the swipe up link, right? So send me your favorite emoji and I'll send you a link and you can join. Right? And I want to share with you what it looks like. I want to share with you how I do this. Because I know I look at some of you guys that work full time, my story might have been different. I'd love to see what do you do as a coach? Because I know right now people are looking at you going, I don't know how you do it all. I don't even know what it looks like, but I've always been curious about what does Meg do? What does Amy do? What does Karen do? What does Nicole do? How does this work? And you know what's really cool too? I want you guys to know something else too. They might join the group. They might check it out. It may not be time, but I guarantee you planted a seed. I've had people join that group 1 or 2 or 3 times, and then maybe sometimes they're just like, they're ready. But I will tell you guys this. I want you to write your 30 blessings that Beachbody has done for you. I've got an old one that I'll share in the group. I might rewrite a new one as well, because I got to tell you, this last year I got a lot more blessings to talk about. Personal development changed my life and allowed me to share coaching in a different way that I've never been able to share before. And it brought the right humans into my life. And that is something that many women struggle with. Just the judgment, I don't know how many times like I would hear, you're already fit, you already look great, oh my gosh, what are you even talking about? Like, I could never be like you. I could never. And I'm like, whoa, no, of course you can. Right? And then they go into this group and they see what's going on. And they get so excited about the fact that maybe I could do this. But I want you guys to remember this, please. before we go into questions is you've got to be consistent. You can't talk about it occasionally. You can't talk about it for 30 days, 60 days, and expect your team just to explode. I will tell you where I'm at now, it is much easier than it used to be because people see me talking about it all the time. Absolutely. I never stop talking about it because it is the one thing that's changed my life. I can go work out and eat clean and that's going to do great, but you guys have changed my life, right? And people need what we have, and I think that they don't understand. When we had all the diamonds here, we were talking about that. I wish people knew, like you can't even put into words what this is like. And that's where you have this opportunity this week in the sneak peek for 3 days to show them what that looks like. Now, I'm going to run it for you guys, but here's what I'm going to ask you to do as well. I'm going to ask you guys that have people in there to share as well. I was telling Meg before we jumped on the call that I'd love for her to share what a life and the day of Meg looks like as a coach because she teaches kids, right? So her life is going to look so different than me. And then I asked her, share your dog food moment. Because here's the thing I don't want these people to see. They see my financial, numbers, and they're going to be like, oh, you know what I mean? And they can't relate to that. But I'm going to share in there my preschool moment when I could look at Taylor and say, I'm sending you. And I did that because I decided to share my journey on social media and help a handful of people. So I will be sharing that in that group because I think that people need to see these moments. Because you guys, when I think about, we have almost 3,000 coaches on our team. There's only a handful that make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, right, per year. But almost all of them, not all of them, quite a few of you guys have your products paid for, bring in a couple extra $100 a month to add a little freedom to your life. Think about the holidays. Think about summer coming up. You want to take your kids to the park and go swimming and they're going to be home, and yet you don't have to think about the money to do that. You're going to be able to do that. Christmas, you guys. I don't have to worry about that. Putting presents under the tree, that was like the most awful mommy moment where I'm like, damn, I don't know if Santa's coming this year. I don't know if Santa's going to come. I'm going to work harder to make that happen. And it's an extra $1,000 that I was able to do that. So with that being said, I want you guys to unmute your lines and ask questions or have something that you'd like to add to the call. I want to share real quickly, just throughout my day, how I sprinkle this is on stories. I'll kind of talk about, I went in, I think yesterday, I went in and kind of gave one of our coaches a huge shout out about her income. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy, right? And I just kind of share little things throughout the day. This is not what my life used to look like. And I think I personally think I need to share that more, truly. I need to share what my life used to look like before. It was insane. My first job was at 7:30 in the morning, got off at 11, picked the other one up, dropped her off, husband came home, grabbed the kids, went to my next job at 4 o'clock till 10 p.m. And in between that, I worked Beachbody. From 7:30 to 10 o'clock at night, I worked 5 days a week. That was my life when I first became a coach. But I need to share that more because I want people to think that, yeah, they could do this, right? So with that being said, that's 35 minutes of kind of sharing all those things. I love what you guys shared because I think these dog food moments aren't spoken about enough. We have a team that helps. We run everything for you. Anything that you need, we're there for you, right? You don't have to, when I first became a coach, I had to learn how to run challenge groups. I had to learn how to set up my team page, all those things. None of those things my coach did for me at all. I had to figure all that out as I went. And maybe that's why I was a super slow grower. I was on my first 2 years, I was really snaily. But then I made a decision to start getting more dog food moments and started sharing them on social media. Okay. So, all right, let's go ahead and do a Q&A. You guys can type it in. You can unmute your line. You can share something that's worked for you. I want it to be just that moment, or maybe I want you guys to unmute or, write an area in this that we're talking about that you're just like, man, I really struggle with this. What would you do? And we'll kind of share with that. Did somebody unmute? I think it was, no? don't all go at once.
I can share.
Yes, please share.
So one thing that I've been a coach since December of 2018. No, 17. And one thing that I know that I have a really hard time with is, to be honest, speaking in front of a camera. Like sorry, it's my dogs. I get so nervous, and I think something that's really helped me is just practicing that. Like I will just come home and I'll just video my workout and I'll just talk in front of my workout, and I'll never necessarily post those, but just getting really comfortable. And then in terms of just invites, like that's been huge for me. I am a collector, so I will collect all the information and I will never put it out there. And so sneak peek to coaching this round was something that was really big for me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have X amount of people joining into the coaching sneak peek, and I'm going to invite every single day. And what that may look like may depend on the day, but that was huge for me. And just to really show myself, holy crap, like if you just do it and you just have the courage to do it, if you fail, you fail. You learn how it worked and what didn't work. But if you succeed, like you really surprise yourself. You're like, okay, well, now let's see what's next kind of thing.
I love that. Meg, you really have been inviting so much more. And it's so obvious. It's so cool to watch. Tell everybody, like you went from what your numbers would have been to inviting to where you're at now, just some people that are interested. Just the interest is like how that happens.
Yeah. So I, obviously like before I would invite to our challenge group all the time, and that, I mean, I would get people that would be interested in, but I never really took the initiative or the step to, and hey, sorry, my dogs to go crazy. I never had taken the step to invite to coaching. Like I'd have a couple people here or there that would ask about it. But I would maybe put one invite out the night before the sneak peek to coaching and get maybe one person. I started doing sneak peek to coaching last week, probably Tuesday, and put out a number. I'm like, okay, I have 10 spots for people that are going to join the sneak peek. And every single day I have posted some kind of photo. Okay, this is how many spots are taken. These are the initials of like their names. So that way it kind of keeps it a little bit more personal for them. These are the spots that are available. And to see that transform, just putting that on your stories every single day. And I haven't really put that in my post until I have one today that I put in my post. But yeah, I had 11 people this time that I've added to the sneak peek, and that's huge. I've never had anywhere near that.
That's amazing, Meg. That's crazy stupid. You guys 11. Like, so if all 11 signed tomorrow, you would hit like 2 months worth of goals.
Crazy.
Like literally in one day.
My goal. Yeah.
And literally, the thing I love she shared to you guys is she's doing it every day. She's inviting every day to it. But the other thing is, and I'm going to talk about like Meg, what I'm going to have you share something really quick too. But the other thing is you guys, you hear her talk about, she had a deadline and she had a number she was looking for. So I will do this often because I'll be honest with you guys, I can't help everybody. And I do have a time frame that I need people to join by. Like honestly, in the next 72 hours, like I really want all my challengers to join because this new group is starting. I don't want them really joining later. Yes, can they? Yeah, but it kind of stinks to be starting a challenge group when everybody else is like, already two weeks in, right? The other thing, if you heard Meg say, what you talk about on social media is what you reap. So she was talking about challenge groups. So she was getting people asking about challenge groups, but she wasn't talking about coaching. So she didn't have a whole lot of interest. And now she's talking about coaching and more people are interested about coaching. It just is what you talk about on social media is what you will reap in your business. So if people are not signing coaches and they're not building a team, my very first question will be to you, are you inviting every single day? And so Meg, I'm going to share, but I also want you to share. Can you possibly do a share, like maybe a story, what that might look like, an Instagram story or a post, what that might look like to an invite to coaching. And you can, I know that's kind of hard to do, like obviously live like this, but whatever that might look like for you that you felt has really changed for you.
Yeah.
Also, can I ask a question? Meg, did you personal message people to invite them to the coaching thing? You just put it out there on stories?
Yep, I have one girlfriend, one of my best friends that kind of just asked me about it over the weekend during a hike. She's the only person that I personally sent a message to saying, hey, you've been asking me about coaching, specifically about discount coaching. I have a free sneak peek coming up tomorrow. It's going to start because I messaged her today. Do you want me to add you to it to help answer the questions you have? And so she did. That was the only one that was a personal message invite. Everybody else has been, honestly, only through my stories. And
So just through IG stories,
mm-hmm.
not a regular post on Facebook or a regular post on, okay, thank you.
And Meg, what do your IG stories look like? I want you to kind of share.
Yeah, I don't know if I can try to turn the camera. So this is just one from today. So I don't know if my morning one, let me see. Oh, that was yesterday. Okay, so yesterday, I kind of have a sneak peek from last night. It's going to be super hard. But basically, it's just a photo, and it says, final 2 days to get plugged in to free 3-day sneak peek into coaching. And then the next post, it has these are my current sneak peek groups, and it's 1 through 10, and it has the initials of each person that I have signed up. There's one spot left, and then I personally always do polls. I've tried to do the fill in the blank. I've tried to do the email. I hardly ever get anybody who fills in their email, but constantly I will have people that they'll just tap the button. And sometimes they're like, oh, they'll send me a message. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to tap the button. I say, hey, that's okay. No problem at all. And then other times people tap them on accident. They don't notice it. And so it kind of just, that kind of just opens up a door to send them a message. Hey, I saw that you had voted on my poll. I just wanted to give you a little bit more information about the sneak peek. You can just go ahead and join in. All I need is your Facebook name, whatever. And then I just walk them through the steps from that. So that was yesterday's. And then this morning, I posted one that said 3-day coaching sneak peek is all full. That way people did know. Then I had one of my girlfriends message me about it. And then besides that, the only thing that I've done different today is I have posted it into an actual post, and that's because I did my dog food post. So I added that to the bottom of the dog food post to kind of get people plugged in, even though I already have the numbers that I was looking for. But besides that, I mean, honestly, I just kind of explain like, hey, this is, if you've ever had a question about what it's like to be a fitness coach, if you've ever had any questions, that's what it is to earn a different income. I think I have maybe others saved on my phone, but that's kind of like the gist of it. I always do, though, the bullet points with the numbers because people can see that other people are claiming the spots. They don't know who they are. They don't know what their names are, but they know there's initials to them, and they know that it's a personal person that is like an actual person that is in those lists. And then that kind of puts the pressure on them a little bit. Like, okay, I've been watching, there's 10 people. Oh crap. Now there's only 5 spots. Oh crap. Now there's 2. Now there's 1. Now it's all full.
Meg, I am so freaking proud of you because it really does work, you guys. It's funny when I put people's names on the stuff, I will have people message me and they're like, well, wait, hold on. Like, I want to be a part of that. Can I have my name on there? And you're like, well, let me see if I can fit you in.
Yeah. I'm like, oh man, I just opened up 5 more spots. Sorry.
Well, I'll be honest. It's hard to get to it all. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, well, absolutely. Let's get your name in there. Let's do this. Let's talk about this. And people really, you guys, they're going to watch you forever. They will watch you forever, but you can light a fire under their butt, or you can keep just posting and being like, oh, I think you'd be good at this, or you can say, you know what, I've got 10 spots to join my team, get in the best shape of your life, and do this. Come and see what it's all about. And you make it that simple. So I'm usually in the middle of making peanut butter or doing something or getting dressed or listening to pre-workout. I'm like, hey, and by the way, I've got this going on. I did today do more of a sneak peek, like what my life kind of looked a little bit like before Beachbody, and then shared some transformation photo income through coaches on my stories. I don't do that every time. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. But honestly, you guys, for new people, don't even stress about that. Like, just let people know what you're offering. And then I love Meg, like you were kind of flipping, but like there were other stuff. Like she's also, and this is the midst of like what she's already sharing. Mm-hmm. And so you guys know, I've shared this a lot, but, and I know Meg, I'm sure you're the same way. I pre-plan if my life, like if I'm I'm not at work, but like if I'm like going somewhere, I've got, dinner or something, like right now, for instance, I've got 3 or 4 more stories. I think I have 3 that are saved on my phone. so that way when I get off this call, I can upload this video, our team call, and then I can spend time with my family. And I'm not having to worry about, oh my God, I've got to do this story. So I might save 2 or 3 on my phone, like if you're at work or it's lunch and you're like, I can't do it. Well, don't worry about it. Pre-plan that so that when you get off work or it's your lunch break, then you send them, right? And so like, I don't sit there and stress about it. Like, oh my God, it's family time. Yeah, it should be. Like you have set hours to do this. So I'll just kind of have some of them planned. And it might've been a video from like 4 hours ago that I made. Like, so for instance, I actually have a video where I tell them to swipe up that I made probably 3 hours ago that I will be my last post of the day tonight. And it'll be the link to the sneak peek. And I literally made that before the kids got home from school because I didn't want to deal with them going, Mom, snack me, you know. So I want you guys to, I love Meg that I honestly, like you owned, you're like, I wasn't inviting every day. And you've been inviting every day and you went from a handful to 11 people. And so here's the thing, you guys, is it takes time. Don't beat yourself up about where you're not. But here's the other thing is I am absolutely 1,000,000,000% willing to run another sneak peek in a week or 2. If our team comes to us and they're like, hey, Rhonda, I've got like 10 people, or hey, Rhonda, let's do another one. Yes, you bet I will. I'll clear it out. Let's do it again. I'll do it. I'll do 2 a month if we need to, right? But here's the thing is you've got to just do it. You've got to invite every single day, make it fun, make it, people are wondering what the hell you're doing. They're thinking you're a part of an occult and they have no clue what it is. And they just keep seeing you losing inches and getting hotter. I'm just going to call Nicole out, for instance. You guys are so freaking amazing. You could like walk on a runway right now and you know people are like, oh my God, what are you doing, right? And then they want to know, but like they're scared to ask. Like they're like, I want to ask Nicole, but like, you know how girls are. They're like, I don't know if I really want to ask, but I kind of know. And then all of a sudden you have this moment, they're like, okay, nobody can see me. Okay, I want to know, right? And then they get to see it and be a part of it. And then they're like, ooh, this is pretty cool. I'm getting a family. I'm guaranteed results. Like all these things. And oh my gosh, and here's what's going on. And oh my God, I've got birthday parties coming up. And before you know it, the holidays are going to come. And maybe this could be the other thing. Can I share with you guys? This is huge. There are a ton of Beachbody coaches that are teachers and that have been able to make coaching their full-time career. But there's a lot of teachers that are kind of sweating it and kind of a little nervous. School's getting out and they got to go get another job to bring in extra income. And they don't love that. And that's what my upline did. So my upline coach was a math teacher and she had to get another job. So she started teaching classes and became a Beachbody coach. Realized very quickly that teaching classes doesn't pay the bills in any way, shape, or form. So did I. But that coaching was an opportunity that she could do during the summer and get way better at it and learn more about it and really push it harder. And then she was able to make it her full-time career. So a lot of teachers too, they're going to be looking for that secondary income because now they're not going to be getting income because they're out of school. Okay. So if you're a teacher, or you know somebody that's a teacher, that's probably a post you should do. It's probably something that people need to see. You guys, for me, like after losing it all, when my husband came to me, he goes, babe, we're not going to have presents under the tree this year. I went into mommy mode and it was like, what? I will do whatever it takes to make that happen. You know what I mean? So think of your people, the people that watch you, who they are. Perfect opportunity to invite to the sneak peek. But here, please, you guys, I can't stress enough. You can't just do it once. You can't just do it 1 month. I know I keep saying this, but don't be defeated by the people not joining your team. Be defeated by the fact that you're not inviting every single day and that you could build this amazing tribe if you said, you know what? I commit to the next 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days to invite every single day and say something. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the blessings. And then again, more questions real quick. It's as simple as you guys. I know I feel like I've broken record with it, but I feel like I've been judged all my life and people just are like, oh, you got all your crap put together, Rhonda, right? And I don't. Oh my gosh, no. I've always, I've never been overweight. I've always been active. And so being able to share this on social media and do a post about that I have women that don't judge me and love me and support me and give me the tools to be able to reach these goals and that I still get to enjoy a glass of wine, is seriously so much freedom. I can't even tell. I love that I can come in the challenge group, you guys, and tell you that I ate like a kindergartner And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I ate everything. And you guys are like, oh my God, me too. Oh, me too. But today we're going to kill it. I remember my friends in Texas sitting at lunch with them and being like, oh, shut up. You already look great. I remember that, and I hated it. And so I think that we just discredit. You guys are given this such amazing platform where blessings are everywhere that you almost take it for granted. Other women don't have what we have. All right, so let's do 2 more questions before we finish the call. Go ahead and unmute your line. Let's have you guys ask another question.
Rhonda, where do you want us to put our 30 blessings?
30 blessings. So here's what I want to do is you guys write it on a piece of paper or type it on your computer, and one person post it in the Barbie Beast Mode group, and then every other person post it underneath that one so they stay together. I want them all to stay together. You guys, it'll be the most empowering thing. And then what I want you to do as well is I want you to share these 30 blessings on Instagram stories. But what I want you to do is you can do this, okay? And it's completely up to you, preferably a video, but if not, that's fine. I want you to let them know before you post it what you're posting. So for instance, like I literally will do a video and be like, oh my gosh, I've been talking with my team about like, it's really great that we built financial freedom, but like there's so much more behind this that you guys don't know. So I'm going to share my 30 blessings behind being a coach on this next post. And I want you guys to see this. They all hold it down. They all read it. You know what I mean? And I want you guys to do the same thing on stories. And then for the very first person that shares it in the coach group, everybody just post it underneath. Let's do this all week long. All week long, let's share this. And I want you guys to see it. Many of you guys have been able to buy some pretty amazing things like couches and vacations and computers and, and all these other things. But I got to tell you, and hardly any of mine have to do with that. Hardly any of them. Let's see. Marla says, would you do a coming out post and invite sneak peek in the same? Absolutely, you could. Marla, for sure. I actually think it's a fantastic idea. While you share, hey, I'm going to be sharing, some of the things that I've gained by taking this leap of faith, gaining this family, gaining this tribe, gaining this circle, finding my humans. Here's what I've gained. Share it. Then do a video afterwards or something after on stories and say, how crazy is that? I never expected any of those things. So, send me an emoji. Cause I think most of you guys, you send emoji and then you'll get it in your inbox and then you just give them the link to the sneak peek. Yes, baby, what would you like? I don't know. Ask Daddy. I'm on a call. Shut the door. Shut the door, please. So what you would do is just give them, so you have to, when you do this, so Marla, you guys, when you do a stories about, hey, do you want to learn more? I know that you've been watching me, you're probably thinking like, you don't even know what the hell it is I do. I know you guys don't even know what the crap, or I always say this, I'll do a post, I'll be like, I know you always see me blabbing on about this coach life thing, and you're like, what the heck is this, right? You have to have a call to action. Have to have a call to action, otherwise they'll never do it. So have a call to action in your posts, like Meg did, like all of you guys. So, drop up, send me a heart, send me your favorite emoji, and I'll send you the link. It's as simple as that. And so, yeah. Okay, let's do one more question. Anybody want to share something that's working for them? Did this help you guys, like, simplify it? Did it give you like some hope of, you know what, I can start doing this? I hope it did. I hope it did. Here's the one thing that we definitely have to do. We just got to start. We got to start. And, I look back at some of the posts that I did when I first did it. They were so bad. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't share a lot of the fact that, I pay for the mortgage or I bought my car or whatever. I don't share a lot of those things on social media because not many people can relate to it. Nor do I want people to join my team just for the money. Not that that's a bad thing, but I did recruit a lot of people in the past that just wanted quick fix, make a lot of money. It doesn't work that way. If you stick with it long term, absolutely, you can make a lot of money doing this. Absolutely. But it takes you doing these things and building a tribe. Amy says topic for IGTV. So IGTV, Amy, is so fantastic, you guys. So topic for IGTV, you could totally do this. So IGTV, when you guys go to Google, not Google, on Instagram stories, you go to search and you see all the people that have been posting stuff, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So you go to search on Instagram. Those IGTVs fall really high up in there. So I don't know if you notice that. You'll see a lot of IG videos and you're like, why are they always showing up? Why? Because they're showing up higher in that search feed. So absolutely. And what you could do, Amy, is have that call to action within that. And say, and here's the thing I find most, and you guys can write this down because it'll really help you in your posts. I find people don't know they can join you. They really don't. They watch like us just having a diamond retreat and they're like, that's really cool. I wish I could be a part of that, but it doesn't look like I can. Okay. The other thing is they don't know how. They don't really understand what you do. They think you were in a cult and they don't understand. They really have no clue other than you're doing a workout and you're drinking a shake. Okay, I guess that's all you do. They really don't know that we really work together and we're a family. We do Bible studies and oh my God, you guys are like my soul. Like I wake up and I'm like, I'm in a crappy mood and I check in the challenge group and I'm like, oh, look at Amy killing it first thing, and Jeanette already got her workout in, and Vanessa posting her cute stuff with her kids sitting on the couch watching her, and I just see you guys, right? And it's just so amazing. People don't know, they have no clue what it looks like, what the coach life looks like, and they don't know that they can be a part of it. They'd like you to invite them, but you don't. I actually find a lot of times people, they're scared to ask. They're super curious, but then they're like, oh, they would never want me. They would never want me. Right?
So Rhonda, question for you. The other day I went through all of my stories and I sent out like 50 invites, if you want to call them that. And just how often then, what is the time frame to resend those invites if they don't respond?
What I usually will do is I'll send the invite and then follow up within 24 hours and just say, hey, you want to make sure you saw this. My groups get ready to start. I'd like to, I still offer the opportunity or the link, give you the link if you want to join. But in the meantime, what I would probably work really heavily on is doing the invites through the stories, because those people are still going to watch my stories. They're still going to watch that. So even though I sent them a private message, they're still watching all the stuff and kind of maybe being there, kind of ghosted you is what they call it, right? Maybe they saw it, maybe they didn't.
But right? these are total strangers. Like these aren't even people that watch my stories.
Oh, okay. Totally.
Up like on Instagram, either hitting a like for my post or something, and no, they're not watching my stories. But I literally went back and I sent out the 50, like how the girl talked about it at the training.
Yeah. So
I've done that numerous times, but I haven't really gotten much back from that.
A couple things I might do is my post on an invite to coaching. I would probably, each person that liked that post, if they're obviously not a coach, right? Or they're not one of our coaches, right? I would private message them and say, hey, I saw you liked my post. If you're ever curious about what it is that I do, and you're like, I have no clue, but you want to learn more, here's a link to join. I would love to have you. I might kind of even like that, like if you do the dog food post, I might even send that to people. If anything, you give them the opportunity to kind of do that. The other thing, Karen, that I do polls every day on my Instagram stories. I've done these polls and they're really, really fun, Karen, and this is one that you could do that would work really good to kind of like what you did is I'll do like a one that says, I'll talk about coaching and then I'll say, have you ever wanted, and then I'll do like it's like the yes or no thing. I'll do, yes, I've wanted to learn more, but I'm scared to ask, or I'm curious, but not quite ready. So I will private message all of them. That yes, I'm curious, but not quite ready. I private message them and say, hey girlfriend, I saw you, said this, just to let you know, whenever you're ready, I'm so here, to share it with you. I'm really excited, have a great Monday. Like I kind of let them know. And the people that are curious, I'm like, hey girlfriend, you may not know this, but I have this free group that like starts tomorrow. If you want to know more about it, just hit this link and I'll kind of share. People think, here's what they think, you guys. They think we're going to hound us if they hit that, right? They think that we're like, you know, and this is what I share on my stories. I'm like, it's free. If you ever just curious, like want to kind of learn, you know, awesome, like join it. I like make it super like cash. So that way it's not like they feel like they're going to be, so Karen, that would even be, so basically what you're doing is your yes or no is kind of, you're going to message them either way, right?
Yeah, yeah, never give them a negative, I know.
Yeah, and just
also on at Super Saturday too, and I've been doing kind of what you're saying, Karen. I've been going through, her big thing was to go through stories and then like send out a little quick message to everybody in stories. And then if it's the same people the next day, move on to Facebook. If it's the same people, you know, like your likes or whatever. And I remember specifically her saying, send it out, and if they kind of ghost you, then come back to them in a month. So I've been tracking it in a little notebook, the names of the people I'm sending those quick messages out to. And it's a little bit surprising because I did that. I told Rhonda, I shared last week, I started doing that and then highlighting the people that got back to me, and I signed 2 coaches last week. So I have a meeting with another person this week doing, you know, like to try and get her to sign up as a discount coach. And then I have another one that I highlighted in yellow because she did ask for more information. So it's just kind of a quick, like however you want to do it. But the way they were teaching us at Super Saturday that week was like, send out like a mass, like she did 62, and then wait until next month to like follow up with them again. And I remember her saying, because it stuck in my head, well, I wonder how much I should bug them. And she was like, monthly, bam, 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 just send them out every month. Just send them out to the same people if they haven't responded back to you.
Yeah, I did. I remember seeing that. I wrote that down too in my notebook, but I just didn't know if we should do it again for the sneak peek as well as the invitation to join our challenge group. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword because you don't want to do 2 to the same person.
I like Rhonda's ideas for the sneak peek thing because I just feel like if you're hounding them too much, but I think that it did start some conversation, and if they do ask for more information, I send it to them, and then I got ghosted by one girl, but I highlighted her because I'm going to come back to her later because she did want more information. So I am going to come back to her later. But yeah, like you said, I don't want to. I learned a valuable lesson when I cold called like 50 people and sent them all out. It was, I think I got one person out of that. So you still, one person is, 50 no's to one person, but I think it's better to give them a little bit of time too and kind of plant that seed and then let them revisit a little bit later and come back to you, and you come back to them a little bit later.
Yeah, because now I'm on totally cold market, so it's no warm market people at all.
Yeah. I remember when I hit my cold market as a brand new coach, I sent 80 messages out and got nobody. 80. So I want you guys to know, it's a trial and error of what works. You know what I mean? Like we can share what's working for us and what's working right now, but it's always changing. And I will tell you this though, what Meg shared is the most valuable information on this call. It's the consistency of it. It really, really is. So I will tell you this, I used to sign 4 to 5 coaches per month because I kind of talked about coaching. I now sign 15 to 30 coaches per month because I'm constantly just talking about the blessings. I'm not hounding. I'm talking about the blessings every day. So you know what happens? When I have a sneak peek invite, people go, okay, yeah, I've been seeing you. I always hear this. I've been hearing you talking about this coach thing. Let me hear what this is all about. Because every day they kind of see it versus it being this maybe a couple times a month. And I remember even only talking about it once or twice a month. When I was a new coach, maybe 3 times, I'd sign 1 coach per month.
Well, and we really are taught, if you want to build a team, you really should lead with the coaching aspect of it versus the product. So if you want more product users, then you have to, then you'll talk about the products. But if you want to lead and build a team, then you'll talk about the opportunity.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where here's my number 1 goal. And it goes back to the National Wake Up Call that I shared you guys is don't overcomplicate coaching. The number 1 thing that you do for coaching, it's the only thing I talk about. I don't give people opportunities to sign as a customer when they talk to me. I don't because I don't understand why anybody wants people price. I don't care if you work it. I know that they will once I help them with their 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds to lose. And you guys, the magic is in the challenge groups. So I think that what happens with coaching is you're like, oh my God, I don't know how to build a team. I don't know how this works. Don't even worry about it. The number one thing that you should be worrying about, number one, in signing coaches is getting them amazing results. Screw the rest. Don't worry about building a team. Don't worry about, signing coaches. Just sign them the same way that you got set up. Get them amazing results. Their friends start asking them how they got it. And I will be honest with you, there was a time in my business 2 years ago where I got so wrapped up in just signing coaches and building a team that I forgot to get them amazing results. So as much as you want to build a team and that is where the money is, it is. But at the same time and point, you guys, don't forget what this business is really about, is sign coaches, sign them the same way that you got signed, but get them amazing results. Your number one priority should be getting them to the goal that they reached out to you for. And then as they want to grow the business and they want to, absolutely. But here's something I want to end with really quick. If I have a coach that reaches out to me and they said that, and I learned this from a National Wake Up Call, and it really is, it really is huge, is sometimes I have coaches that try to do coaching before they actually become a good challenger, and I won't let them. I won't let them at all, because what they do is they get overwhelmed with, I got to learn all the coach stuff. I want to learn the coach stuff, but they don't become a good challenger. They don't get great results, and then they suck as coaches. So my number one thing is, if somebody comes and they're like, I want to be a coach like you, and I want to build a team, and I'm like, awesome. I want you to prove to me for the next 2 to 4 weeks that you can be an amazing challenger, and you show me every single day in the challenge group. I want you to be vulnerable. I want you to post. I want you to share how your workouts are doing. I want you to share what you're eating. I want them to become a coach kind of in the challenge group. And that's what makes good coaches. When I try to do the opposite, I just was running circles around myself because I was trying to teach them coaching when they weren't really being a challenger first. So number one thing is, yes, signing coaches isn't difficult. Talk about the blessings, sign them the same way that you got signed, get them great results, build a team, but never forget that this business really does start behind getting them healthy and happy and confident, right? So
a quick question. Sorry, one more, and then I'll let everybody go. Now, because, there's some of us that run our own challenge groups. Do you want us to participate in the maintenance group as well as our own group, or just mostly focus on our own group? Because I'm kind of like I want to post in the other one, but what do you want me to do?
Do what works for you. What is going to keep you less overwhelmed? I think that honestly, whatever's going to keep you the best time consuming, which is probably just posting in your challenge group. If you want that and you love our team support and our challenge group where you feel connected with those women, you can still post in the maintenance group. I want you to do what would work best and would get you closer to your goal. But I also believe that there is that connection that we all have. And so you feel like if it makes you better and stronger to post in the maintenance group, please do. But definitely your group comes first, for sure.
Yeah, because I feel like when I start at night, when I sit down and I'm doing my posts in my group, and then I look and I'm like, oh my gosh, now I got to do the thing. I don't want to leave our maintenance group, but I also want to build my group and make sure that they're getting the stuff they need.
We've got Ashley in there. Ashley W's in there, and she just looks, right? Like she's like, look. So that way she's kind of seeing what's going on. So any of you guys can be in the maintenance group and you don't have to be involved in it. Obviously, if you need to and you feel like it's going to help you, absolutely do it. But that at that point, Karen, if it's taking away from you messaging another person, absolutely don't do it, for sure. Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys. So I hope this was awesome. And I'm excited to see your guys 30. So write your list, and the very first person that posts them, then everybody keep posting them below. So you guys, I cannot wait to see what you have to share, and just go out and share it. Share how amazing this business and team has changed your life. Okay, you guys? Have an amazing night, everybody. Bye.